Hi everyone. I'm so sorry that that was such a great conversation we were having. I um I have pretty good signal here. My Wi-Fi is on, it's high and everything looks good here. So I apologize. Let me know, make sure that my video is good and my audio, I'm assuming, is great. And I lost track of what we were talking about. But yeah, it was Lacey was asking about um I agree, man. Like the king above all, the vibe is really high. The soul sometimes disrupts tech. That is probably it. I went to church. It's not a it's like it's a place where we get together and talk about spirituality stuff. It's not like a religious church, though they use every text. But I went there, and one of my friends came to hug me. I'm very good friends with her father. Her father's 85 years old, and his wife is on she's on hospice right now, so she's about to face death, or she's about to transition into a beautiful place the other side. And she came and hugged me, and she just started crying. She's like, "Why am I crying?" I'm like, it's just that vibe. So uh okay, so we have the king above all. I breathe in once in a room, and all the lights dimmer and flicker, and as I breathe out, it came back. Damn, bro, you got it like that. That's amazing. And that's the goal, that our light and who we are, you know, that the whole room knows that we are there, right? So that our energy. Lilski, what's up, mama? Lily May. I'm sorry. I got this kid on her rollerblades running around. My friend is out there. She's about to come tell me what happened. What happened, mama? You hit your knee. But baby, that's part of rollerblading.
I was roller skating in the puddle, but I didn't miss my skates. And then when I came inside, I slipped and fell on my knee.
I can see.
Roller skate.
Are you okay? You didn't mess up your rollerblades?
See, they can still skate.
We got Randy Fortin. That's a good question. Let me go through this question. Hey man, I feel like if I got to the other side and realized, this is Randy Fortin, I realized that if I got to the other side and realized I am everyone, that would be very upsetting. I like the idea of having friends with different beings, not just an illusion of it. No, no, no. I believe that we all have our own separate identity, because how that would be so boring. I wouldn't want it either. But I think it was more a message that though we are living, and that's what I was talking about on the last live or the one before, the difference between the soul and the spirit. And spirit is the connection that we have to the creator, right? That's the soul is your identity, your own unique signature, right? So those are so, and they're as close as the soul is to the body, and the spirit is in it too. So your spirit and your soul, though, are together. That's the ego. The soul, in a positive way, it's a compilation of all your experiences. So when the creator was creating, right, and you came to be and I came to be souls, it's like a spiral. Everything is created in spirals. A lot of that is coming through in this book that I've been writing. I started passing it to digital format because I'm gonna start working on editing and all that good stuff. But what was coming through was about that, about, excuse me, creation and how it happened. So there's like a swirl of of the architect going like that and just spewing out creation, and some of them are souls. So at first you're like a baby, you don't know what's going on, but because you have that consciousness of a soul that wakes up and says I am, you start collecting different information about who you are, right? And when then you come to a place like earth where there's so many embedded obstacles so that you continue to grow and learn more about yourself. But not just very young souls don't come to earth. After you have a certain level of understanding, that's when you're able to overcome the challenges of earth. So yeah, no, you're not. She's coming through. I want to come in. You gotta. No wonder why you're falling all over the place. She got a diaper in her face, and I think she's gonna show y'all. That's my baby Lily. So no, I don't want that neither. I don't want it to be, just everybody is saying, take that diaper out your face. She's so funny. Is it a clean diaper? Okay, it's a clean diaper.
Pee-pee diaper.
No, that's nasty. Take it out. So
Daddy.
what? You see,
Daddy.
she still doesn't have that strong. Oh yeah, she's very strong in identity. You know what I mean? As far as what she, um, who she is. She's very, very self-possessed, but she don't have that, yuckiness that we pick up along the way. So Hector 87, we got a Hector in the house. Hello, do you know how time on the other side translate to here? Is that I think the time and space is more a thing of Earth, so that we can keep track of the way things are going, I guess. But if you watch any of Darius's stuff, time is stacked up all on top of each other. There's no past, present, or future. Everything happens at the same time, but in this continuum, and because we are creating, there are potentialities. Everything is a potential. So as far as time, I'm not your guy on that. Time flies when you're having fun. Did you get a chance to answer what does the astral body look like in the astral plane? Orb of conscious astral body similar to human body or color energy body. So there are um, different realms in this construct, and not only in this construct, but in all creation, there are different frequency levels. So some places you don't need a physical body. In other places like Earth and other places you have a physical body. It depends on where you're at. There's other planets where your body is, for water, a water body, just to go and it's a water place, so you're more of a fish, like, that can breathe on the water. But there's other realms that are not as physical as in matter. So yeah, it depends on where you're at. The astral, when you talk about the astral plane, you're talking about a huge place. You're talking about, and then there's places bigger than that and bigger than that and bigger than that. So, and the soul is limitless. So depending on your level of understanding and knowledge, you reach all these different places. And you're, for example, at home, or another place where I exist, where I've been in the outer body, I'm a taller being, and the people around me are human. They look like human, they're almost human, but they don't have that solid physicality to it. But my beast is very physical, and at the same time it's like almost magical. So so it depends on where you're at, and the more that you learn, that's why the IB or the in-body experience is so important, because the more you learn here about the law of friction, about the law of reciprocity, about the law of unconditional love, and humility. Humility, people think that humility is like letting, everybody walk all over you. Not humility is your ability to learn. You're here to learn. You don't know it all. I don't know it all. Actually, when I went and see Tio Paco in heaven, it's a heavenly realm. I was sitting in front of a master speaking to me. I was there. He was talking to me. I got distracted, and but when I enter my consciousness on that OBE, when my piece of consciousness that's here met me on that place, I was in front of a master on a throne speaking to me. That's where I met that part of me. I was already in a conversation with this person, and then I got distracted, and that's when I met Tio Paco. But humility, you come here to learn humility, to bow your head and listen. Bow your head, close your eyes, and open your ears. That's one of the lessons that we came here to learn on earth, because there's always more levels of understanding. So the more lessons you get, that you get in here, the more access you have, because this part of you is also helping in the and it's I think I'm almost certain that it's one of the parts of you that really accelerate that. Again, a lot of what I'm talking about, I'm receiving it from I'm downloading it from higher realms. When I start writing, it just flows. Actually, I'm gonna stop writing. I'm gonna start dictating it now, because I really thought I had so much written, and now that I'm putting it into digital format, it's not a lot at all. But I'm very excited to be, you know, downloading this book. But it talks about that. How here's where you get a certain level of acceleration. Okay, so yeah, it depends on where you're at. Just make sure that while you're here, you're learning all your lessons. How do I not? Okay, this is Jeanette Limbo. Nice having you. How do I do not fall? Ask her son during meditation. I don't know what that means. Please clarify. Ask her son asleep. I don't know what that means. Please
Dad,
clarify that.
Dad,
My baby. Hi, beautiful.
can we have Parmesan cheese?
You want Parmesan cheese?
Popcorn.
The popcorn? I don't know. It's a little bit of popcorn. Who's asking? You? I think there was a little bit on the bag. You can have a little bit. I think it's on the counter.
It is on the counter, but can we have little bit?
A lot or a little bit? You can have a little bit, not a lot. Okay. Thank you for asking. Cool. I made it to a live. Caesar Barona. Good having you, brother. I had a dream last night having an OBE, and vibrations were high. My feet went up, lost consciousness, and went into a dream state, and I cried of joy. It was interesting. Can't wait to actually have one. Well, my friend, you are already having them. I'm so excited for you. Take control of them, dictate where you go, dictate what you see. And a lot of times that's above your pay grade too. A lot of times you don't know where you're going, but just trust me that it's going to open you up to more wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. The king above all. Watch the anime Gurren Lagann. It speaks great depth. Okay. Randy. Randy say, well put. Well put. Thank you. Thanks for sharing your knowledge. No problem, Caesar. Mike, hey Hector, why do you guys all see black hooded and black wings angels? Is there any white wing angels? Absolutely. I haven't seen any winged angels, but the thing is that the frequencies of light look different on Earth. So one time I had an OBE and I'm in my front yard and I'm about to get in this purple car, and all of a sudden I see from my peripheral, I see this big black hooded being coming towards me, almost floating, and what came out of my mind was like, in the name of Jesus, because I was Christian and I had those beliefs very, very attached to me. He looked like the Green Reaper. So, like black hood, huge being coming towards me. So out of fear, because again, I was still in my dimensional space. So your hey, Linda B, Linda, it's good having you. Anyway, so you see this huge being coming towards you. So I got a little shook and I put my hand out and said that, and he didn't go nowhere. He just kept walking or floating, whatever, however he was moving away from me. He just kept, well, you don't want me here? And he didn't flee away or none of that. So he kept moving and I kept looking at him, and he went all the way to the end of my road, and I was just staring at it. And then back in my body. So as soon as I open my eyes, I hear a voice telepathically that tell me I'm still here. You asked to go somewhere, and I was going to take you there. I understood that clearly. So I was still, like coming back to the body. And so I tried to get out that night and I couldn't. So the next night I started practicing again. And as soon as I was getting into that, like, because during before I put the body to sleep, I I meditate on, I allow my mind to quiet, and I go up in awareness. Like I feel like everything gets lighter. And as soon as I started reaching that point, it was there and told me, like, whenever you're ready, I'm gonna be here waiting to take you somewhere. He was gonna take me to the records. I wanted to see the records, and he was gonna take me there. And I asked, I said, all this telepathically, I said, but why you come like that? Why you come at me looking like the Green Reaper, right? And he was very clear. He told me, look, if I take my robe off, everyone will know that I am here. Like, he's so bright that he would light up the night. He told me, remember when you came out your body and you lit up everything? It'll be more than that. Said not only your immediate surroundings will be lit up, but everyone will know that I am here. So they put these dark cloaks that are, it's just to like, they kind of like disguise their light temporarily while they come and get you, and then you're off. But light and dark is a very misunderstood concept, because light and very bright and very dark is only a cycle of frequency. So at certain times you're going to be in a dark place. Even in life and everything is just an allegory of everything. And that doesn't mean that you're not light. You just had a different contrast. And actually, the brighter it gets, the darker it's gonna get. Actually, that's why the void is it's like a very dark place, but it's a very tranquil place. So they made here on this, part of the control system is to make darkness to be scary, and it is for most kids, because it's something that is in our psyche, and our ancestors, didn't do very well in the dark because the animals were out and they were in their caves. And so we bring that in our DNA. But that's one of the beliefs that, about our identity, which is what we were going to talk about today, is that you really have to start thinking differently about darkness, because it's not what you think it is. It's not a scary place. It's a place where more light can fit in. And then once your eyes and your interior, your soul eyes open up, you can see very clear. So that's a great question. Randy Fortin, my friend, very active in the conversation. I appreciate you. Randy Fortin. What I'm putting together, okay, I already read that. Also, that some of our I already read that. I don't know why this come. Sorry about that. Luis Lima, Darius says that there is no creation of souls and that there is a fixed number of souls. Can you explain better? Thanks. Darius have his experiences and his knowledge. I have mine. I believe that the creator is so creative that don't that process doesn't stop. That process of creation doesn't stop. Um, that's just what I've been getting from the places where I learn and the because this realm is limited. This is where our this part of our consciousness is in this construct, but there are more constructs and more places that creation is experienced. So when you mama, you need to get down, baby. Thank you.
Hello.
Now you're saying hi. Here, take your orange.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Be kind. Throw that out. Mamacita. She's giving me raspberries after I put on orange for her. So, you know, yeah, there is I don't know if it's a fixed number of souls. You know, you as a man, right, that can make babies. If you had, like other cultures, at least I don't know what culture you're in, but I was just talking to a lady that the guy had like four wives and like 30 something kids. If you're a creator, you keep creating, so I'm not about to have all them kids. I have five and that's plenty. But imagine the creator of the universes. What is the purpose of stopping that creation? So I don't know that I agree with that, but he might know something I don't know. I'm convinced that more souls are being created, not necessarily coming to earth. He might be taught that might be what he referring to, because this part of the experiment is almost up. So there's no need for souls to continue to come here, that many. So, but I don't know, my what I have downloaded and received is that the creator is always in the creative process, and part of that creative process is souls coming out of it just by the bunches. That's why the universe don't stop expanding. And yeah, creation is eternal. Skylar Spurlock, how you doing, Skylar? What's up with the Alchemist 369? My boy, he was supposed to go live and nobody heard from him. He posted a message. He's doing awesome. I gotta, I've been having him on my heart, in my heart today. I'm gonna talk about him real quick because he's an awesome guy. He's got such a big heart for the great work, and the work that he does is just doesn't match up with everything that he knows from having his own experiences. Can you imagine? He's an aerospace engineer working for NASA, selling to NASA and whatever he does with NASA and his company. But it's hard for you to see and know the truth of this construct, yet you have to make money and be part of this society. I'm not putting anything out there that is personal, but this is it somebody asked me, is it hard to to do life after the OBE? Kinda, because you start seeing so many other things about your true identity, and then you're in this trapped in this little body. But he's doing great, and he's coming. He's going live next Saturday as scheduled, and we probably do a share live. That would be cool. But he's doing awesome. You can ask him yourself. He'll respond. Okay, Jeanette, what's the trick of not falling asleep while meditating? Okay, great. Thank you for clarifying, Jeanette. Um, so I fall asleep all the time because I got a very busy life and I only sleep about 4 or 5 hours a night. So whenever I'm down, I'm down. So one of the good tricks would be to go to sleep early. Don't take too much caffeine that day, and then set up an alarm in the middle of the night, like 2:30, 3:30, 3 o'clock in the morning, and then wake up, drink some water, use the bathroom. Actually, today when I was practicing, I was doing it on this chair because it reclines a little bit, and I, you know, put my legs on lotus position, and it was comfortable enough so that I could meditate, but not and quiet the mind. Obviously, I did it during in the morning when I was all caffeinated, but tonight I'm gonna practice here. So don't practice in your bed. Honestly, don't practice in your bed because your body's used to going to sleep in bed. So go on your couch, go on a comfortable chair, go on the floor, put some pillows down, just set up the intention that you will continue. And a good trick is direct your thoughts, right? You don't necessarily have to quiet the mind. Just think about, imagine the experience of exiting. Imagination is a beautiful tool. So you'll stay awake if you're, and then once you have all those imagination, your mind is going to be so aware. Then let the body relax. So that's a good trick. I do it. That would be great. I think Ivy's here. Is Ivy here? It's over. You ate them all, Ivy. Ivy ate them all. Come here, Mama. Say hi.
You said a little bit, and she ate them all.
It wasn't a lot in there, anyways. Come here, baby. How was school?
No!
Just stop screaming, Mama. Do me a favor. Throw that in the trash, please. Thank you.
Me? I was the one that ate them.
I know.
She said
All right, next question.
Why did the chicken cross the road?
Why did the chicken cross the road?
Because it wanted to get to the other side. Wait, I have another one. What bean doesn't grow on the ground?
What bean doesn't grow on the ground?
No, a seed.
What seed doesn't grow on the ground? A bean.
A jelly bean.
A jelly bean. That's a good one.
Dad, I have another secret for you.
They're taking over. Get off the desk, please.
What?
Get off the desk, please.
What does put me down?
Anyways, I'm gonna continue. We're going to soccer in a little bit. What? Ask your question. What is it?
What Lego can cross a moon?
What Lego can cross the moon? What Lego?
Cow Lego.
Nah. All right, not too funny. It's okay. It's funny. It's funny. I love you. Go get ready for soccer.
Yes, Father.
You're welcome, daughter. Thank you.
Yes, Father.
Yes, daughter.
I'm screaming.
Sorry about that. Gotta do that life and stream. Trying to make it across my current barrier when practicing. Did you notice that you have to focus on something, or can you just be aware until you come out of your body? You see, Kim, this is awesome. I just talked about that, and I didn't read your question until now, but you see, it's already answered, but I answer again. You can focus on your breathing, focus on your creation. How about imagining what the new colors that you're going to experience look like, and what true freedom from limitation feels like, and what family member that already passed on to the other side you want to see, and you want to see a wild beast or another creature. It's a lot to see on the other side, and your imagination is going to take you there. So focus on what you want your experience to be. Focus on your breathing. If but when you get the mind like engaged, even if you don't come out the body, your experience is going to be fantastic. And that's something that I always encourage everybody to do. Enjoy every aspect of the practice, not just exiting, because what you're doing when you're thinking only about the exit, if you watch my tutorials, I try to prep you to the exit, because the mind frame is very important. If you're in the moment, you're in the moment. You are there. You're enjoying that time. So if you leave or you don't, if you remember, if you're aware while you leave or you don't, it doesn't make a difference. And I get it. We all want to experience that. You probably already have, and you're eager to do it again. But honestly, enjoy that part. Enjoy feeling your body itchy. Enjoy when it hurts a little bit. Enjoy staying still. Stillness. People don't stay still. Just think about your body being so still. Like let your brain go, and then once once your brain is really active, focus on the beats. Actually, today I never do beats. I always put this headphones and noise canceling and go. But I used some amazing beats today. I love it. It was only 1 hour. They were amazing. Focus on the sounds going through your brain, your right and left hemisphere. Just so many things to focus on. And then once you realize that that your body's falling asleep, then focus on your breathing and just breathe, and that's just let the mind, all those thoughts, it's like Joe Dispenza say, if you want to, meditation, it's, part of it is thinking. The first part of meditation is let all your thoughts out, think about everything. And then I already thought about that. That's not worth putting my mind into, or that or that or that. And then once you realize that you thought about everything, it's time to let the mind quiet down and enjoy the experience. That's a great question, Kim C. Uh, Hector 87. What I mean by time is, for example, if you come out the body, does minutes here feel like hours in the outer body? Yes. Yeah. So my friend, the alchemist I was talking about earlier, Andre, went to Neo Soul, which is another place in this construct. Don't be nasty. That's not nice. Okay, I love you. Let me finish your lover. So yeah, he went to Neo Soul and he was back. Um, and within the same night of practicing, but it felt like it was out for months. So yeah, the time is just, sorry, that's a better, asked or better, formulated question. I understand it better. So yeah, no, time here and there is completely different. And on the other side, it's not, we don't have that. So you could be there for a super long time, and it could be just 2 minutes that you go out of body, and it feels like a long, long time. Also, okay, we got Randy Fortin. Lava, don't go anywhere, my friend Lava. It's not too late. Hopefully you're still here. Also, thank you, Detroit 313, my friend Lily. I know she's so cute. She owns me. I got Randy Fortin, also 8. We do me a favor. Whenever this was a suggestion that one of you guys gave me, if you have a question, write it in all caps so that I don't you see, like let's keep it, I don't know. Sorry about that. Jeanette Renee, it's a big weak energy. Expect interruptions. Funny. And today is 2222. Oh, it's 2025. Maybe the time. Did you feel Ira Jalile? Did you feel love from that being? When when I seen him walking around, I was just scared because it was a very big being, like tall and dark, and it was moving towards me. But when when it was communicating with me in my living room, which is right around the time when I went to and seen Tio Paco in heaven. Um, Not that I felt love from that being, but I was more indifferent. It was more like I wasn't intimidated at all by its presence. Tom S. Hi, everyone. Hi to you, Tom. Mike. So, do they have wings, and what color are their wings? This being didn't show me its wings, but there are winged angels and there are wingless angels. Lova, hi Hector. I got on too late. I'm gonna watch the recap. That's my friend Lova. Check out her music. She's amazing. Lova, upload something here so people hear your stuff, please. The king above all. Abin told me last night she was proud of me and that I'm becoming source again. I'm proud of you too, the king above. If you have a being communicating with you in that manner, keep doing what you're doing. As in the topic, this is Lucre Men. As in the topic, I have a question about next year because some identity show me something and maybe I shouldn't say it here. Will you answer on Insta? I have no one to ask. Please ask me. You know how to find me. Same on Insta. It's the same. Bam underscore heck. If you want anything you want to talk about privately or talk to me personally, find me there and we will start a conversation. Randy, you read it when you were frozen, okay? Randy Fortin, what I get is we are infinite. The I, nature, nothing always existed. But it does exist, Randy. Like we are, I don't know, in my opinion, you are all of that. Like you are, so you're not Randy. A part of you is experiencing and you're growing through being Randy. So we cannot minimize our current experience because there are higher ones, right? Just because there are higher levels of understanding doesn't mean that the progression to get there isn't important. So you can't just ignore your current situation, your current state of being, because then how can you grow if you don't know where you stand? So the ego, to me, is not such a negative thing. It's just a neutral thing. Your ego could be a healthy ego. I got an ego. You have it. We all have an ego. But ego is another word for identity. My identity is that of, you know, of unconditional love, abundance, sometimes anger, which it doesn't come out as often, but it's still there. I'm still every time less, but I still got lust. I'm a man, and sometimes I was used to be, different women, and sometimes I see something I like, and I have to check myself. So, we all are in a process of growth. So different situations show you different things about yourself. So in order for you to remember, you kind of have to forget. But if there's nothing to forget, how can you remember? Right? So, don't minimize the IBE, who you are right now, right here, is very important for the growth. Renee Janet, I have not had an OBE, but first nightmare in years. But I had first nightmare in years. I was being attacked while driving in complete darkness. I finally told myself to wake up, and I did. I never experienced that thought. Um, I had the other night, a couple like over a month ago, I had a series of nightmares, right? In one nightmare, I was being murdered by a group with big like knives, long knives, and I seen in real life. I went to a place and I seen all of the guys in my dream in real life. A couple weeks ago, I went somewhere and all of those guys were there. The guys that were killing me on these nightmares, that were there. I don't know how that happened. Why? I kind of know because it's when I was um experiencing visits from um the brothers of the darkness. I don't want to talk anything about these beings right now because they're just, but what they do, yeah, I'm going to talk a little bit about them. They are they moved away from love a long time ago. It's like a belief, right? All these different excuse me, I'm fixing my pants. Um, there are some beings that have been around for longer than us in different bodies than us, and they got different genetic makeup, and they are missing a lot of components that human have, right? So they moved away from unconditional love at a different rate than we did. So they eat a different food, which is energy that the human let out. When you're not focused, your energy spews out and they eat that. So what they do is they create this different situations within our dimensional space and our own thoughts, and manipulate a lot of people. They manipulate a lot of people that are completely unaware, including me. The way that they start manipulating people is when a human loses their innocence, right? When you're a little kid, they have very little power to puppet the actual. I'm not talking about the soul. I'm talking more about the physicality of men. And then because you don't have control of the vessel, the soul follows, right? But a lot of them are changing their mind right now. A lot of them are coming back to the light. So a lot of times they try to get your attention the best way they know how, because they see that we shine brighter than them, and they want that. They want to go through our portals of light and reach greater heights. I don't suggest you allowing them to go through you. You can still have compassion for them, and you can still have higher thoughts of love towards them. But I think nightmares are a combination of your own dimensional space, the things that you allow in your mind, and others are just plain old attacks so that your energy gets all spewed. But that's just my 2 cents on that. Hector, can you please share your perspective? Hector, this is Alan Tenderfoot. How you doing, bud? Good to have you, man. Alan Tenderfoot. Hector, can you please share your perspective about start seeds? I don't know. The actual term sounds very familiar. People told me I am that.
Why did you really drink all your smoothie?
I need you to do me a favor. I need you to close the door on your way out. Lock it, okay? Thank you. And you weren't here when we made smoothies earlier, so mommy can make you one. Mickey. But do me a favor, on your way out, please lock the door. I should be out in a few minutes. Thank you. I love you.
Have you ever ate that?
Can you do me a favor?
Yeah.
All right, on your way out, please lock the door. Sorry. So somebody told me I was one of them. I don't know exactly what the term is. Just I'll have to look into that. Excuse me. That's pretty rude, Mama. Give me a couple minutes. Jay, hello from Florida. Florida in the house. That's Ivy. Can you please, both of you, leave the room for a little bit?
Why won't you let you come in?
Huh?
Why won't you let us come in?
Because I'm in the middle of streaming right now. Well, we'll do a stream just for you, okay? Sounds good? Okay, we're going to do that. Sounds good, Hood? All right, Hood. Close the door, please. Love you. It's already locked. Come on, close it. Thank you. They probably won't come back in. Okay. Florida is hot down there, huh? Alan Tenderfoot, is everyone and everything a reflection of oneself? Thank you for sharing and continuing your live YouTube and videos. Yeah, no problem. I gotta record some stuff too, other than the lives. But is everyone and everything a reflection of oneself? I think so. In my opinion, and I've seen it. I've seen it happen on real time. Like I've been to places and I've been on a line, right, dealing with people, like with a custom. For example, I was with my friend a couple months back doing getting his CDL license transferred to here from where he was at to North Carolina, and we had to go through a couple customer service people on the DMV, the Department of Motor Vehicle, which is known to be not the best place to deal with agents. And the you know the another we had to go see at least 4 or 5 different people. And as we were standing in line, most of these people had like horrible attitudes, right? And as I was walking, like making my way to the front of the line, I was paving the path to my experience. I was letting him know that that person was going to be nice to us, and that we were going to get the questions that we needed to be answered and all that. And he can testify of this. He told me at the end of the day, thank you so much, because it would have gone completely different if I was by myself. So yes, when you're conscious, your consciousness dictates reality, the universe. So if you think thoughts of kindness and you're kind to others and you care about others, that's what you're going to get back. So yeah, I strongly believe, Alan Tenderfoot, that everyone and everything is a reflection of your own thoughts, because your thoughts create what it's perceived by you. You got to get to I'm trying to get to the point where you can't even offend me. Not quite there. You better watch how you move around me. I'm just kidding. But really, like, I'm still a little saucy, you know? But my goal is that I don't even see offenses. That's where I'm getting. That's my goal, and I'm working at it. I'm learning how to quiet my mouth and open my ears and try to see from that person's perspective, which is vision. Vision is a thing of the present. People think it's like vision. It's like, oh, I see in the future. No, vision is your ability to see a couple frames out. So whenever you're dealing with a person, try to have vision about that person, and that comes through asking questions and knowing about them and observing them, making them important. So you just you follow Jesus is on that one. Jesus, do unto others as you want done unto you. And as far as everything is also a reflection of you, because if you decide to be wealthy and abundant in your mind, everything else will follow. Just give it time. Just don't be abundant one day and the next day be stingy and poor, and focus on everything that you don't have. But stay focused on your thoughts about something and someone, and that's what you'll get, good or bad. We were talking about that earlier. That's your own manifestation on earth. Beautiful power. Jay from Florida, what's up, girl? Or guy, I can't see very well the picture. I'm sorry. I've had spontaneous OBEs, but never intentional. What are your thoughts on one being kept from being able to do so by your higher self or guides? I thought about that, but then I realized that it's not them. It's not anyone other than you, right? So one of the reasons you might not you're not having success with the intentional or the controlled OBE might be your expectations. You might be too focused on exiting that you're not enjoying the present. So what happens anytime that you leave the present, you're becoming anxious, because anxiety is a product of leaving the present. Anytime you focus too far out, you kind of have that sense, I'm anxious to get out. And what that does is keeps the body awake and the mind running without aim. So I'll suggest for you to relax and expect the best. Envision your OBE, envision yourself in the halls of a mentor, if that's where you want to go to know your past lives or know anything about history and potential futures. Or if you want to go visit and again, I was talking about that on the recorded videos. How you're gonna reach and meet the places that match your vibe, right? Your own energy signature. So be light, as in light float. So if there's things attaching you to your magnetic field, such as lack of love and lack of forgiveness and gluttony and self-loathing, and all those that are very heavy energies, let them all go. Forgive, express unconditional love, and that'll set the right stage for you to exit. But your higher self and your guides, I'm 100% convinced that encourage you to come and meet them in higher realms. I could be wrong, but I'm almost certain I'm right. The king above all. I would love to go on live with you sometime. Got my own YouTube too, and want to share the light with you. All right, we'll talk about that. That'll be awesome. It's all about cooperation. I would love to continue to spread the love. Lava, it's my girl. Such an awesome being. Please put some. Jay, I seen yours. Hopefully that answers your question. Um, Mr. Bentley's, I have a hard time with the sleep paralysis stage of the OBE. I get overwhelmed and back out. Any suggestions on overcoming this? Yeah, man. Uh, Plant your intention very solid on the ground. Develop your courage, because without those bouts with fear, excuse me, you cannot become courageous. We're all fearful until we're courageous. Courage is not the absence of fear. I said that before, and I say it again, and I'll say it to my kids, and I'll say it to myself. And I'm doing it right now. As we speak, I'm still scared of whatever it is. I'm still afraid of whatever. I'm afraid of flying, not on planes, but taking off and flying. That's the reason I cannot right now elevate and go flying, because I have created a belief that if I take off flying on Earth, gravity is going to pull me down. But the moment that you get rid of any fear and limit self-imposed limitations, everything is possible to human. So sleep paralysis is a beautiful place. It's just your body don't, it's not used to being aware while your soul is exiting. But that you should talk to the alchemist 369. Andre is great at that. He really looks forward to sleep paralysis, so he's the right guy to talk to. I can link you up, because you have great things coming to your life, Mr. Bentley, once you overcome your self-imposed limitations. When with angelic beings, you'll feel the presence of love with them. Absolutely. It's just, I feel the presence of love. you know it's not so much about feeling, but about knowing. Intuition. And whenever you're connected and you're remembering who you are, your intuition really heightens, and you can really sense. It's not a feeling as much as it is a knowing. And either way, you feel them when they're a little lower than your frequency, and you feel them when they're a little higher than your frequency. But we really need to, please, in this small community, I pray and command that y'all start dropping the sides, that y'all continue to make peace in your mind with the fact that we are all in this together, all the way down to the lowest of souls, all the way up to the creator, and the creators, and the architect, and the 13th, and you name it, all from top to bottom. It's all one energy, one love, one that is expressing itself through different experiences. So good, bad, dark, light, demonic, angelic, let's bring them all together. Bring them all under your compassion and fall under their compassion. There's some of them don't have the ability that we have to feel and to love and to feel all these beautiful emotions, and some of them do. The bottom line is none of them have any authority over your soul unless you give it to them. So let's not shake anymore. And if you shaking your boots, stand your ground. You are strong. You are an amazing, amazing being. And the more you fall under that understanding, the more you make peace with that understanding that you are in charge of your that consciousness dictates the universe and your reality, the more powerful you'll become. Again, like I said earlier, I still got fears that I have to overcome, but I'm standing here waiting for them to appear in my experience because I'm gonna jump. Don't matter what the precipice look like. I don't give a fuck. The unknown is a beautiful place to be in. You can only come out stronger, more valiant, more courageous. So Skylar, much love. Lacey, Ankian, and Lil. Correct. I don't know who. I don't know exactly. I'm not very familiar with the story, the Anunnaki, but that's where those come from, Ankian and Lil. Realizing, Randy commented, realizing death wasn't real made me realize I was a terrible person and I did terrible things and I hate death for that. Okay. Look, Riemann, can these difficult beings prevent us from leaving the body? Kim C, thank you for being you and all that you share. You're welcome. I now approach my OB practice with surrender and expectation, identity and understanding. I have now made it to 3 hours. I know it will happen soon. I'm so proud of you, Kim. That's the way to do it. Understanding, identity, expectation, all those are phenomenal mind frames to attain it. And the number one, I think, mindset is knowing it. Like, imagination is going to take you very, very far, very far. Nothing but truth. Hey, good to see you. Good to see you. Nothing but truth from the Ivory Coast, baby, all the way and on the other side of the hemisphere. I appreciate you. Thank you for being here. Hello, hello, Malene Seeker. How are you? Love from Denmark. Denmark in the house. Question, shoot, nothing but truth. Sorry about the saucy question. No worries. No, oh, okay. I didn't read that one. I skipped that one, Randy, but I'll read it. I didn't mean to skip it. It's a cosmic hub tub party with cosmic family a thing. Yeah, cosmic family is a thing. Now we do have souls that travel together, grow together, and sometimes you outgrow them. Jay said, thank you. So glad I caught you live since I missed your previous one. I'm pretty relaxed about it. The funny thing is, even if I'm not sleepy, I'll fall asleep. I believe that you can, just try to wake up in the middle of the night and nothing that I said is to downplay what you're going through. Everything that all I'm trying to do is for y'all to realize your identity, and the outer body helps a lot in that because you see that you are so much more wonderful than this world uh, of forgetfulness allow you to understand. But yeah, your practice is very, very private to you, and you're here sharing it with me, and I'm just honored that y'all ask me questions and I get to share my experience. But there's no wrong way to go about it. It's just everybody's so different. Everybody have a different access and a different level of awareness. So it's just seek. If I can give you something today, is seek to be humble. And I explained what humility was for me earlier. Just lower your head, open your eyes, open your ears, and close your mouth, and allow for your life to teach you, for my life to teach you, for the life of Joe Blow to teach you, from the mistakes that others made to teach you, from the darkness to teach you, from the pain to teach you. All of it is going to teach you. Okay, nothing but the truth. Can a dream state be controlled by other entities? I awake, I get awake in a dream. I said, "Oh my, I'm in a dream," and then everything changed from light, sunny day to dark and so weird. I forgot. Yes, I don't think that. I want to say yes because that's my experience. Whenever I was, you know, dealing with my friends from that are lower energies, they have a way to get into things, but they don't. All they do is they're just scary. They can't do nothing to your soul. So yeah, they try to take you out of beautiful. It's not that they can take you out of a beautiful place. It's that on your way out, and this realm is very thick. So on your way out, you might come across a dimensional space and someone else's thoughts and a place where they're at, and it might get a little mixed up there, but just stand your ground and command. There's nothing wrong with facing. um just send them some love. Do you get paid to promote Darius J. Wright? This is Ephraim Mukendi. No, I don't get a penny from Darius. I was just excited. I don't promote him anymore. I'm very uh, um, I'm very grateful for Darius. I love what he's teaching. Um, we see life very similar and very different. So no, I don't get paid to promote Darius, but I resonate a lot with his mission, which is to help people remember. And um, yeah, no, I don't. This to me is not about money. All it is that I do, I spend my time away from my kids and my family to do my work here, which is to help you remember who you are. I will be. Um, this will be um, published and sold. It's going to be a phenomenal book. And I still got a lot more to write, but I don't want to make money out of this channel. Actually, today, whenever stuff went down, I got a message from YouTube saying that I can get paid now. So I don't know. It's probably a couple dollars. It don't matter. I'll donate them to somebody, to somebody that really need it. Yes, Johnny Kusan. Congrats, Kim. 3 hours is so long. That's my goal. Yes, it is. I agree. Good job, Kim C. Have you met? This is Kim C again. Have you met an Anunnaki? If so, what was it like? No, I haven't. Inexplicable. Good to see you. How are you, my friend? Have you seen the construct from the outside? If is the case, can you describe it? For that, Darius got great descriptions of it. I haven't. That's my next place that I want to go in full awareness. Remember looking at the construct from the outside in. Ari Jalil, I said the other sides are as real as this one. It's different frequencies. Nothing but truth. You're welcome. The king above all things, someone's trying. I got a way to reach you. Yeah. Find me on Insta. It's Bam underscore Heck. So Bam Heck the same. Just put the underscore in between Bam and Heck and DM me there. But it's great having you around, the king all above. Take care, my friend. Good job. Good job. Yeah, don't be afraid. Nothing but truth. Stay courageous. Stay truth to love, and you're already doing that. So great job. We didn't get to talk a lot about identity today, but yeah, we did. We did because everything that we talked about was about identity. It's all about um, um, you know, believing what you are. Believe that you are a supreme soul that calls the shots and creates, and you'll be all right. What happened, Kim C? I was gonna answer. I just seen you write something. Janet Renee, thank you for being here. I got soccer at 6 with my baby, so it's been a great day. I'm so in love with this. Life is just so beautiful. I got so much going on, but I just want to make time for y'all and for this work. I am just so honored to be here and have you be a part of my ride and being a part of yours. So let's do this together. Let's grow together. And let's remember that the creator of everything that is moves through our awareness and experiences that which it's not through us. That's an amazing experiment. Amazing experiment that we're a part of. I understand that the will is unique and I should be proud of it. Absolutely, Randy. There's nothing like you, nobody like you. Um, y'all are, when I just, today, part of I wanted to come out this morning. I'll probably practice tonight. No, I will practice tonight with these new beats. You know what? I'm going to put a post. It's just, um, uh, I don't know because I don't I have to edit this to put that beat up, but that beat was awesome. I really really enjoyed that binaural beat. I put Hemi Sync in there and um anyways, that was a great beat, but my goal was to go home and be with the people that I teach up there and just be in my full glory and because I love that aspect of me, just so complete, so peaceful, so beautiful, the place that I live in my beast. I miss my beast. um but there's a kitty cat that that came, about a year ago, and he lives outside, but I feed him every day and I pet him, and that's as close of a beast as I have here. But I love you all. Um, you'll know the difference. What's Jay? You'll know the difference between a really good lucid dream and an OBE. From the lucid dream, if you take full control, look at your hands. Whenever you're in a really really good lucid dream, start looking at your hands or look at a wall. Focus on something. Don't let the dream let it keep playing, but you look at something, focus on something, and go for that, and you'll have full control. And then you go into an OBE. That's a great way for me to exit a dream and get into an OBE. Um, Tamara, how are you? Good having you. I was wondering about what direction we lay when meditation. Does it make a difference? North, south, east, west? I used to be concerned about that and try to lay with my head north just because of the, the magnetic field of the body. I'm pretty sure it helps. I don't even care anymore. But yeah, that's a good point. Just maybe try laying north. It'll help loosen up the magnetic field. Yeah, it's a flash of white before OBE normal. What is your beast? Look, check out my video that has over 30,000 views, something like that. That's where I talk about my beast. And um yeah, and my girlfriend was asking me about my beast just yesterday, and she's like, what do you think it is? I'm like, it's probably because the way I describe it, it really resembles a lot of who I am. So it's probably an extension of me too. It's phenomenal. It's so cool. But I describe it a little bit on that. I went out of body 4 times in one night. Just go look at that. You haven't watched all my videos, Fortin? Randy Fortin? Get to watching, man, and like and subscribe. Thank you so much for being here. Share my stuff. It's worth sharing. We want this channel to go to a million subs so that we can share the light. But I really gotta go because I gotta get to this soccer field. Love y'all. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much. Thank you all. Thank you so much. I'm so humbled by this, by y'all presence here. Yeah, nothing but truth. Tell Randy to go watch everything. Randy, love you, bro. Thank you for being here, my friend. Blessings to all of you. Thank you so much.